Hello and welcome to the Nexus. I'm Kev. Today we're going to be doing issue 102 of our Terminator build. Let's get going. So here we have issue 102. Now, before we get going on this, I am now on Patreon. If you'd like to come along and support my channel and find out what goes on behind the scenes and get early access to this video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, people on my Patreon would have already seen this. And you want to know about all the latest news and releases and everything else, get over to Patreon. It only costs £1. That's £1 for you to join for a month. And all the support and everything else is fantastic, and thank you everyone for doing that and supporting me. We do get a big box because we're doing the chest plate. So let's put the magazine aside. Let's take out the box. What we got? And these are the parts. We also need these parts as well that we got with the in the last issue. Let me just tilt the camera a little bit. There we go. So these are the parts that we get. This is the front chest plate just there. It is plastic. It is plastic. And I know some people are sort of like a bit bummed about that, but if you've built the Terminator already, so if you've gotten to this point already, look at that. That's a really nice piece. That mine's got sort of a mark on it. It doesn't look too bad, but I think the light here from my light ring is actually catching that and making it look 100 times worse than it actually is. But yes, Anyway, as you can see, it's all plastic. Like I said, I know some people will be a bit bummed about that and stuff. We get some these springs, which are going to represent the pipes, a washer and some screws, and we get some detail that go on the head section. So first things first, we're going to turn this over, and I'm going to get a little cloth to put it down so I don't scratch this any more than it. Okay, so I'm going to move those bits out of the way, and I'm just going to sort of place these on where they would sit. So like that. That one goes in there, and this one doesn't go in like that. Goes in like this. I'm just trying to see where they sit, because we're going to be gluing some sections in place. So these are the sections here. So it's all about just making sure they're all lined up. So we're going to sit like that. So we are to glue just along this edge just here. So I'm going to get my glue pen, take it off. I'm just going to glue very gently just along here, because this bit here, just like that. And this bit will sit into this recess, just like that. Make sure that it's all sort of in place and that, like so. So it sits flush on that side. And we're going to do the exact same to this side just here. So once again, along this line, And then this will just sit in place. There we go. Just making sure it all sort of lines up. There we go. That's kind of where I want it. Yeah. It's all about just making sure it lines up perfect. And then just leaving it to dry. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a few. Okay, so that is in place. And yeah, nicely done as well. So we're now going to get our 2 springs, which are going to represent pipes, and we need to make sure that they are near enough the same length. So I'm just going to take this section away just here, this towel. And we are now going to push these 2. So at the side here, so we have one for the big hole, and when we pass that through, we're going to pass it through like so, and it's going to go through there like that. So that's how it's going to sit. So just pull it through, and then the same with the small one, but we're going to pass that like that through there, and then just push that down there like that. Now, what we've got to do is we now got to make sure that it is the same length both sides. Now I'm going to judge this, and that's really bad. I shouldn't really do, but I am. So that looks like, I mean, I'm on a board here which I should be able to measure it. I mean, you could measure it, but that looks like the right sort of length either side. Let me, I'm wondering if I can adjust it later on. Just pull that one through a little bit more. So now the smaller one is, there we go. Actually, a bit more. That's it. There we go. And that one like that. So when we've got to the piece where we like, or you've gone ahead and measured it, which I think could be quite difficult, but anyway, we're going to put this washer, we're going to get the screw that we got in this and the washer, and that is going to be screwed just in there. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so that's in place. My advice would be to do it this way, and to go in here. If you're going in the other way, it can be a bit fiddly just to get that section in place, but it's much easier if you can position it and then hold it down from this side. So from this side, not like that side. So that bit's done. Next, we've got these tiny bits here. They're going to be glued onto the head of our Terminator. We'll also we'll see what the plate's like as well while we're there. So let's go and do that now. Okay, so here's the head of our Terminator, and we're going to glue this. So we get them like this, and they sit like that either at the side of our Terminator. We're just going to put a bit of glue just on there, and then this goes in this hole just here. And we'll do it on the opposite side, and there's the other one just put in. So it goes in, out, along the sort of skull line, and then down. So now I'm going to test fit our chest. So the chest section will go in just there. That's it. So just like that. It's actually quite a snug fit. Now these smaller ones, we don't get told yet, but these smaller ones go in here. They will go up there. And these bigger ones go into his shoulder. Section's just here. But like I said, we don't do that yet. But that's where they go. And and that's with the chest in place. So let's just have a look at what he looks like. Yeah, he looks really good now. So let's take a look and see what comes in issue 103. So this is what comes in issue 103. It says we continue work on the chest and attach it to the body. So we're actually attaching it in the next issue. So I've put the front section on already, but it looks like that the next issue we're actually physically attaching it with the back section as well. So this is the back section. These are the pistons along the front that we can connect as well. We've got like a brace bar here and a cap, and yeah, I'm excited. So from next week I'll be actually working physically on the Terminator. So I won't be having it on the operating table, as I say. But yeah, and that's it. Just a final word, and we'll see you at the next video. A special thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you.